Hello, hello, hello. Okay, hopefully we're live. Let me just check. See if we're actually live. Yes, add first. All right, we're live. Yay! Oh God, I hate this camera? This camera hates me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. Don't forget to click the like button, click the subscribe button, say hello. Let me just make sure I've got live chat going there. Beautiful. Um, just so that I don't. There we are. God, this camera hates me so much. So much. Look at how cute it is. Look at how cute. Yay. Hi, Nikki. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. And we'll see, which I hopped on a minute early just to get things going. So hopefully we are good. And we are up and running. I got it from it was either Shein or Temu. They have some great sweaters. I just saw some Halloween sweaters on Temu. So there, hey Lord Jim Dandy. Hello, hello, hello. And it's like weird, like what is YouTube doing with everybody's names? It's like really weird. It's so weird. And why do I feel so puffy? I feel like I look really puffy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I don't like it. Poseidon, Siren, Maria, hello, hello. Okay, my Nightbot is on the case. My Nightbot is working hard today. I sat down and I spaced everything out further on my Nightbot, so they'll hopefully. See, look, it's. Hi, Anyo. Who else is here? Why can I not see Maria on my chat here? What's going on? Why am I not seeing you here, but I'm seeing you on... I'm not seeing you in my comments in StreamYard, but I'm seeing you in the comments on YouTube. That's really weird. So weird. Okay. Maria, will you do me a favor? Keep typing. Like, just, it doesn't matter what it is. I just want to see if you appear in my chat here. That's so weird. I'm going to show the comments on stage. Oh, weird. Okay. Because, yeah, I go from Nightbot. Sorry, now I feel like I need to solve the problem. And your comment on YouTube is right above it, but I've got Anyo right above. That's so weird. Oh, there we are. There you are. Okay. Phew. I was like, oh no, what's going on? What's going on? So today I'm going to talk about movies because Jim asked me about movies last week. And, when I see myself on the camera here, I don't look puffy. But when I see myself on YouTube, I look really puffy. If you walk past me in the street, you won't recognize me because of the way YouTube makes me look. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of weird because I couldn't see you in my StreamYard, but I could see you here. So before we dive in, because I've got all kinds of movies to talk about, I actually divided them up. So we're going to do we're going to do some sprints as well today because I got things to do. I've got some knitting project here. And of course, then my poppies. And so I did divide up the movies by decade. So I've got the 80s, we'll do first, then we'll do the 90s, and then we'll do the aughts, the 2000s. And I'm not a horror person. I don't watch horror movies. I saw The Ring. That scared me. I was terrified to go to the washroom by myself after watching that movie. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But you've seen me like on better cameras where I actually look like me. I just feel like I don't look like me on YouTube. Okay, so before we dive into anything, just a reminder that on October 31st, so that's Friday at midnight, my time, EST, that is when my Samhain slash Halloween tarot reading goes back into the vault. It's $77. You can email me, you can reach out to me however you want. You can go to my website, you can get booked in that way. It is the every month I do a special reading that is themed to that month. So that's this one. You can always book a regular reading anytime you want. It's usually helpful if I know what it is that you want to find out, because people would be like, nope, we'll let the cards decide. And I'm like, okay, great. But I do have spreads that will tap into all kinds of different things. So I have a spread for past lives, I have a spread for what spirit is around you, I have romantic spreads, like I've got all kinds of things. So if I kind of know what it is that you want to find out, then at least I can pick the right spread for you and we can go forward from there. So there's that. You can still jump into my Celestine Prophecy reading group. We just did week 6 this week, just like 30 minutes ago we finished up. Each conversation each week is a freestanding conversation. So and you don't even need to read the book. It's like kind of funny because every week there's someone who's like, I didn't read it. I didn't read the chapter this week, but the conversation is never dependent on reading the chapter because it's like a big spiritual conversation. So it's really a lot of fun. Okay, is it working now? Okay, I think we're back. Thank you for being patient. I don't know what happened. My entire like every to say, "Hey, I lost my I lost my internet." Okay, we're going to just go right back to where we were. I've lost there we are. Final Destination. Is that the one with the teenagers and the logging truck and everything? I can't remember that which one that is. Cuz then there's like another one that is like a what's his name? Bruce Willis movie that I think I get the two of them confused up. Aspie, I hope you're okay. I've had to do that too myself. That's not fun. But I hope you're okay. The Exorcist. Yeah, when I was way too young. Probably that's why I don't watch horror films now because my father just like would let me watch as a child, like as a little child would let me watch all these scary movies. So yeah, there's probably why I don't watch horror movies now. Yes, good luck with the shots. Yeah, cutting out. Yeah, I lost my internet, but it came back. It's came back. Okay, hi Sapper. How are you? We're gonna get some links out as well. Joe, so nice to see you. Yeah. No, yeah, it was me. It was all me. My whole internet was gone. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I couldn't even like everything was just down. There we go. Yeah. Well, it will come back to bite them later. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, it was just a lost connection. Oh, is that your cider that you made? Sapper was telling me about that he makes cider. I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Yes, a good vibe thought circle. Yes, that's what I needed. I needed everybody to hold hands and sing kumbaya to get my connection back. Yeah, sorry, Joe, but we're back. We're back. Everything's working. No, it was actually my whole internet. I couldn't even use my phone. Yeah, there we are. Oh, there, look. Yeah, my Nightbot is working hard today. Yeah. Cider. What was it? Was it apple date that you said was really good? The apple date one. Yeah. Well, no, I hope you didn't leave. Come back. Come back. Come back, Joe. Yeah. Okay, Joe, don't panic. Everybody, don't panic. Don't panic. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. It's with the truck. Okay, then it is the movie I'm thinking of. Okay. And Salem's Lot. Is that a Stephen King one? Hello, Get Knotted. So nice to see you. Who also I want to make sure I greeted everybody. Okay, let's get I want to get Sapper on here. So I'm just going to pull up your link. And there we are. Sapper had a video yesterday, right? It was a nice song actually. It was very I was like I had typed in there it's got 70s vibes, and then Sapper, you actually commented and said you were going for like a Carpenter's thing, and I'm like, yes, that's it. That's what it reminded me of. Yes, David Soul film, but Stephen King. Yeah, I've not seen that one either. I don't watch horror films, as you're about to find out, because I've got all my movies. Oh no, they're all gone now. Oh, I lost them all. I lost everything. Okay, I have to pull everything back up here. Okay. Now I have to do all these images again. Talk amongst yourselves, please, while I just pop images into my streamer. See, because I had to refresh everything and it took everything out. And that was kind of annoying. And I had it all lined up too. I was all ready to go, so prepared. Okay, so in the meantime, I'll tell you about my crazy week. So I thought I was going to have a bunch of days off just to kind of get stuff done and work and whatever else. And I got a call on Friday morning from a guy in town. Um, he managed to get the rights, the Major League Baseball rights to play the Blue Jays game in our park in town. And because my son has a popcorn business, he asked my son if he could pop up in the park that night for the game and sell popcorn and drinks and everything. So that's so my whole day changed from that moment to make sure that the popcorn booth was well stocked and that the had all the drinks and yada yada yada, everything else. So that and then Saturday night, that's what we did. Stood out in the cold, but we have a tent and it's actually a little bit insulated, so we were okay. We were okay. Okay, hang on. I need to get rid of one. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the movies to answer Lord Jim Dandy's question about movies for me. And let's see here. Yes, so that was Sapper's video was very much, had that Carpenter's 70s vibe. It felt like a song that I would have heard on the radio when I was a child. There you go. Okay, glad to hear you're okay. And I hope you're going to hang out for a little bit so we can chitty chat. Easy day today. Only works in the morning to jog across the field. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. Are you allowed to take dogs into the pub? We have a pub here that will let you walk through the pub with your dog tucked under your arm. And sometimes if your dog is good, they'll let you walk through the pub out to the patio. But I remember being in Wales and the pub up the street from the people I was visiting, anytime you went in there, there'd be like a farmer with muddy boots sitting by the fire with his dog at his feet. And I was like, that's how you live. That's what life should be. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you think people would just be so much more pleasant if they could just take their dog to the pub? I think so. Ding dong. You know, I was thinking about you earlier today and I was hoping we would see you. I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Yay. So we're going to talk about the movies. We're going to talk about the movies. So Lord Jim Dandy asked me about my favorite movies. And do you know what I find most interesting is there are places in Toronto that you cannot even take your dog on the patio, but the birds can be everywhere with all their, little germs and everything. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. Movies of the 80s that I love, 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 still think about. And I thought single one of them is probably going to have a little bit of a story. So, When Harry Met Sally, isn't that a great movie? I love that. Did we not all want to be Meg Ryan in in the 80s and 90s? Like I certainly did. I certainly did 100%. And Moonstruck. My prom, I think my prom was did I go to prom in 1999? No, 1989. Oh my gosh, 1989. Sapper, don't get anybody upset. But yes, that is this one. That is this one. But also too, remember the whole New Year's Eve scene, like when you meet the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want the rest of your life to start right away. So yeah, then Moonstruck. So my prom was the theme of my prom was Moonstruck. So everybody wore black and beautiful wine colored dresses, like burgundy dresses and jewel tones and things like that. But it was a big thing. So even though this is not necessarily one of like my most epic movies of my life, it brings back memories for me because of prom, because of that era. So yeah. And then of course, Working Girl. What a great movie. Fantastic movie. And I was young enough that when I saw it, that it really prepared me for the corporate world, which is like kind of funny that like a movie like that would make me ready for the corporate world. But I just loved the whole thing. I loved her evolution through it, like she really, it was the great story of the 80s where They even had ads for schools that would teach you how to fit into the corporate world. And so we actually had a master class in that right there. And let's see here. Ferris Bueller, Donkashane. Donkashane, you got to look around every once in a while. And this was such a fun movie. I've seen this movie so many times. We used to see it at every sleepover, every birthday party, everything in the 80s. Like, so fun. So, so fun. And of course, Say Anything. This one I cried and cried and cried. I had gone through a breakup of right when that movie sort of came out, and so this was my cathartic sob my face off movie, like when she gives him the pen. Oh, oh my gosh, that was me. I was a mess. I cried and cried and cried, and I felt so much better. So it's always good to have a good cry. Of course, E.T. I think I saw this for like my 11th birthday party. Way to ruin a birthday. Like all of us, five or six little girls coming out of the movie theater just shattered, absolutely shattered by this movie for sure. And The Princess Bride. This was the first movie that I watched with my husband. So I think it was like our third or fourth date, and he invited me over to watch this movie. And we had both seen it before, but it was just sort of like very early in our relationship that we sat on the couch snuggling and watching Princess Bride. Steel Magnolias. That was another one that made me cry, because it was such a tragic story for Shelby there. And no supper, I just have a baby face, that's all. I have a baby face. I'm 54. So I think you're a couple years older than me, but I don't think we have a huge age gap. So yeah, the story of the women in this, but also the men, I thought was really interesting that it wasn't like the men were important figures in all of this story. So I thought that was really, really kind of a cool movie. I loved it. I've seen it on stage a few times as well. Really great movie. And A Christmas Story, my very, very favorite Christmas movie, A Christmas Story, which is it came out in 1983, 84, I think. So it's been around a long time, and it was an unknown movie. That's what I found so interesting. It wasn't until kind of into the 2000s that people started talking about this movie, and I'm like, yeah, I've been watching this since the 80s. And even there was a local TV station, like a Toronto TV station, City TV, and on Christmas Day, they would play this movie on repeat for 24 hours. It was great. It was awesome. And There Can Be Only One. Highlander. Absolutely. When and there's even more movies. There's like the 3 movies, I think, plus there was a couple TV shows. I used to watch the TV show because it was the one with Adrian Paul, and because he's just, he's kind of hot. Connor McLeod. No, that's Connor McLeod. There's Connor McLeod, and then there's, who was the other McLeod? Oh my gosh, I can't remember the other guy's name, but there was the 2 McLeods from the Clan McLeod. Yeah, right? Another film, I know the script. Where are you from? Lots of places. Like, yeah, I could sing every word. And so there's some honorable mentions in here. Because I did have a few movies that aren't necessarily my absolute favorite movies to watch, but the music was incredible. So Desperately Seeking Susan, Flashdance, Fame, Purple Rain, and Moulin Rouge get honorable mentions today because the music from those movies were incredible. So now I'm just gonna scroll back through. Everybody's saying Dirty Dancing. I never liked Dirty Dancing. Never liked it. Most pubs have separate bar, but usually the country pubs are. Yeah, the country pubs you can take your dogs in. No one cares. There's a cafe in London full of cats. Interesting. We have a cat cafe here. Like, it's like you can go in and play with the cats and then adopt them. E.T. Yeah, I saw it in the theater too. I think it was my 12th birthday or 11th birthday or something. Yeah. Dirty Dancing. Yeah, I never liked that movie. I know I think there's like 2 kinds of people, people who love it and people who just don't. So yeah. Um yeah, I think the cats just do what they do. The cats are very nimble, I think. So, yeah. Ferris Bueller, such a good just fun. That was just fun. And, do you remember Charlie Sheen was in that? Yeah. Yeah, Working Girl, yeah, I'm not into chick flicks so much, but definitely that one because it wasn't about, like, girls being, like, weepy or whatever. She was so empowered, she was so strong and incredible. I love that. A great inspirational character, for sure. No one puts baby in the corner. Yeah, I carried a watermelon. Oh my goodness. I carried a watermelon. There you go. E.T. Call Home. Yeah, E.T. was huge. You know, I actually saw a Halloween costume for a little kid that was Elliot riding his bike. You just need like a red hoodie and then the basket on the bike. Yeah, we're very close in age. Yep. Yep, 70s babies. So you've only seen E.T. out of all of these. Wow. Wow. Oh, we're getting to that. We're getting to Pretty Woman, don't worry. But that's in a different decade. Different decade. There we go. Highlander. There can be only one. Yeah. Highlander. Yeah. Oh, do you know what's so interesting about Highlander is that they didn't have a soundtrack for it and they invited Queen to go and watch it and then they wrote the music on the way home. It's such a great story. Like the story of Highlander inspired the music so much that it was specifically written just for that film. And I think that's really, really cool. And like, what an incredible soundtrack! Like, absolutely incredible. Even there's like Who Wants to Live Forever, but then there's also an instrumental, a really, really long instrumental version of it that was, I think, like a hidden track or something. So yeah, love the chick flicks. I like the rom-coms from the 90s for sure. Flashdance and Purple Rain. Purple Rain is like an incredible soundtrack, like so incredible. And that what was the guy's name? Michael Sembello, who Maniac, he wrote Maniac. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do a rewatch of Purple Rain because it has been that long since I've seen it. So, Where Eagles Dare, The Dollar Tree, Shawshank, Zulu Carey, Anything Hammer, Hot Fuzz, Highlander, The Full Monty. Oh, The Full Monty was a good movie. That was a lot of fun too. I haven't seen most of these. I have not. Yeah, the 80s. My son, he's like, I wish I could go back to the 80s and grow up with you and daddy. I'm like, oh, oh, yeah. Oh, there's Lola. Say hi to Lola. She's walking the dog. Walking the dog. Yeah, mostly. Yeah, like the 80s was such a great time. Yeah, Don't Lose Your Head. Maniac. That is a great song. I remember my neighbor, she lived like kitty corner to me and we were the same age and I think we were only 10 or 11 when that movie came out, Flashdance. And we used to play the record because we had to buy the record and we had like we built out of wood like a piano and she had like built out of wood a guitar and we pretended we were the band singing it. So I have those funny memories and I hadn't seen her since high school. We kind of grew apart through high school. She went her way, I went my way. But what was interesting is last summer she was a vendor at a Highland Games that we were at very far from our home. And so it was like, wow, I knew she was going to be there. And I actually sent her a message and I said, this is your company, right? Because I see you on the vendor list for this event and we're going to be there. And so, yeah, saw her after 40 years, something like that. So, yeah, what a feeling. That's a great song. Great song, Diamond and Pearls, Prince, my favorite chocolate. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Do you know that Lola has that on her channel, Diamonds and Pearls, but Pearls, P-U-R-L-S, because, she does diamond painting and she's a knitter, so she knits and pearls, and I thought that was, like, diamonds and pearls is her thing now. Yeah, yeah. Or LOLA Lola, Airplane, that was a funny movie. Oh my gosh, that's an old movie. That's an only yep, Diamonds and Pearls, Diamonds and Pearls. Okay, that's 4 o'clock, my friends. Why don't we do about a 20-minute sprint? I do have stuff to do. I am redoing the little sleeping bag for the little guy. That's a whole story I don't wanna go through again. But we are done with the 80s, and, when we come back from our little sprint, we'll look at the 90s. Woohoo! 90s, Saturday Night Fever, great movie. Great movie. I was actually talking about that movie the other day. Oh, it's time to boop the like and subscribe buttons. Okay, so convo resumes at, you know what, we're going to go to 4:25 p.m. EST. Okay, so whatever you're doing for the next little bit, and I will pop some music on. Where are we here? Here we go. We'll pop a little bit of music on for us. Okay, so whatever it is you're doing, let's go. Let's have some hustle for the next little bit, and then we will return to the conversation. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Okay. Well, that was good. I'll tell you what I got done. I got the 3 buttons stitched on, which, went a lot faster than the first time I made this little project, so I'm happy with how that went, and we'll just visit the chat. Irene Cara, yeah, Irene Cara has an amazing voice, doesn't she? Um, yeah, let's all put a lot of pressure on Summer. I hope he comes back. I really do. I hope he brings his show back because it was a lot of fun, and it really, makes you think, like, you've gotta solve the puzzle sometimes, and, so, yeah, I really enjoyed the quizzes. There's yeah, Get Nodded saying that how much they enjoy the quizzes and miss them. Mm, think about it. Think about it. Yeah, I think a lot of people miss Sapper. A lot of people have very kind things to say about him and would really like him to come back. So maybe if we all just email him and say, please come back. Maybe a Christmas special. Oh, a one-off Christmas special. Like I remember when they used to do the variety shows and they'd have a Christmas one. It was always so fun. Always so fun. Yep, it was a that was a that's actually subliminal. So there's subliminal messages in it, all about empowerment and having a beautiful aura and being magical and all sorts of things. And so I wanted Celtic music to play for it. So I actually made that myself in AI. I make all my music now in AI and all my songs and background music and everything. So yeah, that's how I do it. Just like Maria, Poseidon Siren does it. Yeah, be drama free and without certain cretins. You thinking about it, Sapper? You thinking about coming back? I have lit a log burner and have left it. It stores it. Can't be different. What's a log burner? Is that like one of those fake logs that you kind of like it's wrapped in paper and you light the paper? Is that how that works? Yeah. Let's have a Christmas special. I'm here for it. I'm actually doing a Yule event. You definitely want to be on my mailing list so that you don't miss it. It's going to be a beautiful evening to celebrate Yule. There's like, I don't know, 10 different elements or something. There's free gifts. There's all kinds of things that will go with it. So I haven't quite got everything all decided and figured out, but if you're on my mailing list, you'll get an email about it. So yeah, oh, some house organization. So Nikki Red Pill Art is doing some I could use a little bit of that too. So no art today. That's okay. Sometimes we just have to clean up after the art. A real fire. Yeah, we have a wood burning fireplace in the other room. In this room, I have an electric fireplace, which is a heater, which is nice. And then the my in the other room, I actually have a wood burning fireplace, which I love. Love, love, love. Mm, yeah, Melty is a very inclusive channel. That's Michelle. Very inclusive, like everybody, you know what I mean? It's a safe place. Like you don't tend to get attacked, but the drama still exists, right? Whereas here, I'm like, you know what? Let's have a break. This is a nice, safe place for everyone to just hang out and chillax and not be dealing with all the crazy drama because it got crazier last night. It got crazier last night. Yeah, always, 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 always. My current situation is in the hallway is popcorn equipment and the popcorn booth equipment because it's still there from Saturday night. Because if there's a game 7 in this series, it will be on this coming Saturday, and we got to do it all over again in the park with the popcorn tent and the booth and making money. My son made over $400 that night, so he's happy, and we're happy to help him with that. So, and then of course what you can't see down next to me is all the popcorn, like the kernels and the chocolate bars and everything. So yeah, my house looks like a popcorn bomb went off right now. New song coming out on Wednesday. If you like Saturday morning kids TV, you'll love it. Oh, fun, because I bet ours, like on North America side, our Saturday morning sounds different than what yours was, so I'm interested in hearing what you got. So that's tomorrow. Yeah, so go sub to Sapper, and then we can all, because he does premieres on his videos, on his music videos, so we can all chat there too. A barn conversion and a burner made more sense than an open fire. What is a burner? I'm so confused. So yeah, I've lost complete control. Absolutely. Oh, car parts. Yeah, yeah, I've got sitting here, I've got bagpipes, a guitar, music gear, a piano, popcorn stuff, uniform. Look what's behind me here. There's his kilt right there. It's everywhere. It's like teenage boy has exploded all over my house. Be first. Oh, I remember I saw you said that. I was like the conversation was going so fast the last couple days on other channels that and I now I'm seeing that's is he your only child? Are you going to follow him? Yeah. Are you getting dating ads? Are you getting ads on No, there was no ads on my music because I turned off mid-roll ads, which I accidentally had left on. But you're getting dating ads. Maybe there's a bunch of Spanish men wanting to date you. A log burner. What? I wanna know what a log burner is. Yeah. See, this is the thing is, like, you gotta as a parent, it's, like, hard to think, "Oh my gosh, my child may actually go and have a life without me." Ooh, yeah. The glass doors. Oh, there's products that you can use to clean your glass doors, on your fireplace. On your fireplace, yeah. I feel the parent approaching. Yeah. Yeah, the men just move at their own pace. Awesome. Thank you for subscribing to Maria. Oh, thank you, Ding Dong. I hope you like it. That's gonna be the music for the whole rest of today's episode. And then I think maybe on the weekend I'll try to make something else, something more a little bit more for November. I'm gonna be starting Christmas music, but I kind of want to have a transitional piece to go from Halloween, Samhain kind of thing into just more a little bit more neutral November. So I'll see what I come up with. Mm. Well, we all have to go to Get Not Its house for Christmas. Yeah, I'll book my tickets. I'll book my plane tickets. Raven, hello, my love. So happy to see you here. I hope you're having a good day. Used to get I don't know what a log burner is. Someone's gonna have to explain it. Oh, yeah, you get the Tari stuff, but there's a product probably on Amazon that you can get. We just buy it in the hardware store. For cleaning the glass and it breaks all that down. It's not something you want to use all the time. So, yeah, listen, when I ask people what did you do during the sprint, if connection and rest is what you did, amazing. That's just as valid and valuable as anything else we could be accomplishing. Moxie Bear, hi there. How are you today? How are you? And you're working on something too. What are you working on, Sapper? What's going on? Yeah. Trying to stop shouting. Yeah, stop yelling at everybody. Yeah. Oh! The bot did not like that. Did not like that one bit. Hello, Lou. How are you? I'm so glad you came back. I've been seeing some of these names in other places, and it's so fun to see you here too. And Tish, hello. Oh, you're chasing Moxie around. There we go. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen Lou for a little bit, but I did see Lou's name in a couple places. I wonder now I'm wondering what's going on. Is a firebox oven. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google what it is to show a picture. A log burner. All right, we're gonna look at that right now. Okay. A log burner. Is it just like an insert? Is it an does it make like a real fire? Hi, Tish. There we go. A business trip. Nice. Where did you go on your business trip? Hope you went somewhere fun. Everybody's going to Nashville these days. Oh, thank you. It's my cottagecore vibes. Yes, Michelle is amazing. We love, love, love her. I don't watch a lot of channels, but certainly I will always watch Michelle when she's live. Although the last few days I've missed all of her lives except for last night. So now I'm gonna have to catch up. But yeah, there was just so much going on in my own life and then online too. It's like, whew, so much. I really wanted to send. Oh, you want to send me a Christmas card? Well, the postal strike is kind of done. They're doing a rotating strike now. Oh, great news. I got my PIN number for Google AdSense. So we are going to do a little celebration thing about that. So I did get everything all sorted out for that. Um, the postal strike is not over, but it's kind of done. Like they're doing rotating strikes, so they just pick a city in Canada and then they strike there for 3 days, and then the next province gets a strike for 3 days and whatever. So yeah, we're still getting mail. I get mail every day now. It's all good. It's all good. Um, yeah, well, you know what? I'm looking at things, they just look like little boxes, little metal boxes that you put fire in. Like an insert maybe that would go into a fireplace or something, but it's just like a little, it's not a, like what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at wood burning stoves. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Anyway, yes, maybe somebody can find a photo of it for me. An enclosed fire with a door. Oh, that's it. Let me see. Like, is it just a big metal box with a glass window that you put your logs in and set them on fire? Is that all it is? Oh, yeah, yeah, maybe you're lucky that everywhere I turn, there's musical instruments, popcorn gear, Dungeons and Dragons gear, swords, everything, all of it, all the nerdy boy stuff all over my house all the time. Yeah, I'm glad that my son is starting to do his own thing. Like he drives, so he goes and does his, stuff. He'll just drive himself to whatever activity. He still does very nerdy things. Like it's not like he's out going to the bars or anything. Certainly, certainly not the teenager I was. But it's a weird feeling as a mom that when your kids start having their own life and you're not part of that, it's like, oh, how do you how do you deal with that? I don't know. Raven's having a chill day, cozied up with the dog. Yeah, my dog is running around. He's got a little bed. See, I keep a little bed for my dog right next to me so he can curl up on the floor and not be like in my face here. Oh, that's too bad. They made you work on a work trip? Not fun. Typically a box on feet. Oh, okay. I'm going to post a picture on my page later on today of what I think it is, and you come and look and you tell me if that's what it is. And usually placed, yeah, I'm seeing something like that where it's like there's a hearth but everything's been taken out of the hearth and then just this metal box is in it. Interesting. I would just call that a fireplace. See, in Canada, we just call it a fireplace. Regardless of what it is, we just say it's a fireplace. So yeah, some more decorated than others. Interesting. Oh, do we have a love match going on here? Oh, the drum kit. Did you buy him? Did you have a little bit of an agenda when you bought that drum kit? You can buy a log burner with a pony. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so I want to show what I've been doing for Remembrance Day because everybody should know by now. I knit like a fiend. It is one of my mental health, yeah, revenge. See, I knew there was an agenda there. Oopsie. Yeah. There we go. Tish was very sweet. Oh, that's so nice. I think that everybody has that one person that was really kind to them when they kind of got into chats and conversations and stuff and doing stuff on YouTube. And that's sort of like the person that they associate with with their friendships on YouTube. Because I'll tell you, when I go into channels and no one will talk to me, like if it's a live chat and no one will talk to me, I just leave. Because if you're running a chat, if you're running a channel and a show and an episode or whatever it is, and the people are like won't talk to each other, why bother having a live chat? Really? Like, I love that you all talk to each other and that you all connect with each other. You're listening. Yeah, as we gossip about you. Yeah. Oh no, I think there might be a little YouTube wedding. Who knows? Anyway, so I knit like a fiend and I started making poppies, knitted poppies. I just finished this one today because it has to be stitched up because when they're done, they're actually open. And so I have to stitch it up. So I just did this one quickly before I came on. And so this is what a Canadian poppy looks like. I know they look different in different places. And so then what I did was I made cards with a poppy background. There, how's that? There, is that a little better? That say "Lest we forget." And I have bags. So what I'm going to do, I actually have, they just arrived, little pin backs, and I'm going to attach them onto the back of the poppies. And then they'll go in to the little bag like this. And then it'll fold down. And this will be a little gift that is given to some people at Remembrance Day. Because I am leading the service for the Legion. I am a branch chaplain, so I do lead their services. And I just thought it would be nice. I have a girl coming to sing. This one of the Silver Cross mothers is coming, so she'll get one as well. And then there will be veterans there, so I'll give them to the veterans. There is actually a woman in the branch who's part of the color guard. She's, I think, 93, and she's Irish. Very Irish. Nothing is Irish enough. And she was in the Air Force. So she is an Air Force veteran from World War II. So that, or somewhere, I think World War II. I'm going to ask her when I see her. Anyway, so this, I'll leave this at her plate for the veterans dinner. And then she can wear it, but probably not in front of the Sergeant at Arms because he's very picky about that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I have been doing in addition to getting, did I ever tell the story of what happened to the little doll and the sleeping bag? I can't remember if I told it here. I think we have a romance going on here. I don't know. We were talking about Sapper bringing his show back. And I was like, let's keep talking about it till he does it. Yeah. Oh dear. Love triangle. Love triangle. Thank you. I have a whole stack of them here to be stitched up and packaged. So that is my little project for this week, is to get them all done because the Veterans Dinner is November 8th and I want to have a good head start and get them there. Yeah, thank you. I just thought it was just a little thing, and they knit up quick. I get them done usually within less than an hour to get them all from start to finish. So they're easy to make. And then, like I said, I'll just attach the little pins. I got this kind because I like that they kind of snap. They don't have the little turny thing. You know how sometimes they have like the little wheel that turns, and that wheel turns while you're wearing it and then your pin falls off. So I got this kind instead, so they won't do that. Thank you so much, Lou. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And I think I might get the branch to start making them next year too. Oh, Lou, a sapper is Grumpy Sapper. I don't know where he is. There we go. Grumpy Sapper Music. I just call him Sapper. That's why. So that's Grumpy Sapper. And he makes music. He used to have a channel with a music show. Like, it was like a quiz of all different kinds of music. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. So we want him to bring it back. And he's just said maybe at Christmas. So we may get lucky and have a Christmas show. So we'll see. But that's why I said, let's everybody bombard him and tell him to come back. To the embassy for the you may head to the embassy. Nice, nice. That well, Sapper, one of those is going to be popped into the mail for you. So, because Sapper is a veteran, so I'm going to send one off to him, and then the rest will go to people in my community at the branch where I'm the chaplain up there. So, Sapper means sort of. Oh, I think sappy. Yeah, yeah, sappy means that. So sapper is like a military term, isn't it? Or something like that. Sapper, tell me what that is. Oh, here he is. He put it here. Engineering. Oh, there we go. Oh, we have a river close to me, and they had to put a new bridge, and they actually brought the military in to construct the bridge. That's kind of neat. We had the army here one day. Yeah. Am I right in thinking it was a Canadian who chose the poppy? I don't know. So John McCrae was a soldier, a Canadian soldier in Flanders. And what's interesting is so he wrote in Flanders Fields. My great grandfather was killed at Flanders right around the same time that John McCrae was there. So when there's been a couple times over the years that I've been at services like Decoration Day and Remembrance Day services where I've actually talked about that. And I've always, my whole life, wondered, did they ever cross paths? Did they ever meet each other? And so the poem in Flanders Fields was written by John McCrae, Canadian. So probably that's the connection that you're making there between the poppy and Canadian. We don't have presidents here. We have, just so you know, in Canada, we have a prime minister, just like in the UK. We are on the parliamentary system with MPs and a prime minister elected exactly the same way as in the UK. So, but yeah, it was a Canadian. And in fact, the little dolls that I make, it was the mom of a Canadian soldier who designed them and put the whole concept out there of making these little dolls for free. The pattern is copyright. You're not allowed to sell it. You're not allowed to sell the dolls, anything like that. So, yeah. Oh, no problem, Lou. Always ask questions because, yeah, I wondered too what a sapper was, and I knew it was like a military thing, but I didn't quite know. So now we've got the whole thing. A military engineer in a foul mood. Where does the music part in? Okay, so Sapper has a music channel. You were going to drop the link again. Hold on a minute. Let's get Sapper's link in here. Okay, I love that you're all asking questions. I think that's amazing. I love questions. Okay, so I've just dropped Sapper's link. And so he makes music, like AI music and beautiful videos, like his skills are off the charts. Like every day I sit there watching and I'm thinking, okay, when am I ever going to be as good as this? And then he used to have a music quiz show, I think on Saturdays. It was Saturdays, right? And then he's stopped it a few months ago, and now we all want him to bring it back. That's where we're at. And it's got a live chat. So it's kind of this kind of thing where there's conversation and then there's songs and you got to figure out what the song is, but because they've been changed. And yeah, there we go. I have to find that. Well, I dropped the link. So yeah, go give Sapper some love. And if we all beg him, he might bring his show back. Yeah. The roads here. Yeah. You're a little grumpy though. You're a little grumpy. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. The Corps of Royal Engineers used to deal with communications with. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So Get Knotted knows all kinds of things about the military as well. Absolutely. The sappers where I live lean on their shovel. Yeah. Same here sometimes. Same here. What are you saying no to, Lola? Oh, US presidents, but his wife was Canadian. Really? Hang on. Hang on. We're going to Google. President wife Canadian. Really? The I don't know. Oh no, it's all giving me like just prime ministers. All right, I'm gonna have to do some Googling, but I'm gonna write that down so that we have something to talk about next week, wherever it is. Oh well, I'll save it in my Google search, so I'll find it later. I don't know which president had a Canadian wife. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's Sapper's link right there. Yeah, awesome. No problem, Moxie. We drop links and we'll get Maria's link back in here as well. Maria makes music too. Where did you go? There you are. I have my whole list of subscribers on the left-hand side of my YouTube, so I have to go up and down the list to find. Okay, there is Maria. That's Poseidon Siren. And let me get Lola here too, because I just realized she's still here. Sometimes Lola gets very quiet. We don't know if she's around. All right, there's Lola. Lola does diamond painting and knitting, which is a lot of fun. Oh, didn't mean to say no. Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's good that we learn more about each other and we learn all kinds of stuff here. The Corps of Royal Engineers found the Royal Air Force. Interesting. I'd like to, yeah, like the community. I put so much in my community posts. I usually have 3 or 4 a day. Just stuff. There we go. All right, let's go back to my movies, my 90s movies now. And okay, Sapper's saying, are you, or Moxie's asking Sapper if he's a pilot. No, Lucia's up. My father was a cook. He was a cook he worked in the kitchen in the military. So yeah, there's a job for everybody. But my son being a piper, like the military's already been looking at him like, hey kid. And I'm like, no, 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 no. And they're like, don't worry, it'll be all ceremonial. And I'm like, oh, you're a youngin. I turned 20 in the 90s. So yeah. All right, let's have a look at the 90s movies that have made an impact and that I love. And I know you're gonna recognize a few of these. American Beauty, and bonus points to anybody who knows why it was called American Beauty. Yeah, so there's yeah, we're gonna just, sorry, Lou, it's just, we're not talking about that here. Sorry, I just deleted your comment. I don't want it here. A lot of lies have been told, let's just say. So American Beauty, this was a fantastic movie. Kevin Spacey, I think it was the first time that I heard of Kevin Spacey, and we know how that went, but he was vindicated after all. And of course, Nightmare Before Christmas, still such an incredible movie. We watch it every year. It's a lot of fun. And somebody was talking about Julia Roberts. So yeah, this movie came out very early 90s, I believe. And maybe it was 1990, now that I think about it. Because I was in high school when it came out, and that was my last year of high school. So, and this, what a, feminist manifesto, really, when we think about it. And we've all had that moment in the shops holding up the bag saying, big mistake, big mistake. And another Christmas one, Home Alone, of course. I actually prefer the New York Home Alone than the original. I think it just captured everything that was so magical about New York at the time. And if Aspie's still here, this is what I think New York looks like at Christmas, is from Home Alone. So yeah. And then oh my God, I can't even remember what this one's called, but it's I See Dead People. Yeah, you and me both, babe. You and me both. And this was such a great movie. And this one sucked me right to the very last moment. It took me completely by surprise. Absolutely. What is this movie called? I can't remember. How bad is that? That I can't remember what this movie is called? And I didn't even name Sixth Sense. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sixth Sense. And just that I just remember the moment where you realize what's going on. And I was like, oh, yeah, that one caught me. Fifth, forgot the sixth. Yep. fantastic movie. Probably do a rewatch. This is one of my husband's favorite movies and one of the first movies I watched with him, True Romance. Such a fantastic movie. And he's like, this is what romance is. Like for my husband, this is the ultimate love story. And yeah, he's so cool. He's so cool. Of course, Braveheart. When I got married, the music that we played during dinner was Braveheart and the Rob Roy soundtrack as well. We just sort of alternated it all through dinner. So yeah, that was, and it's fascinating because it's amazing the people here today who think that they are the resistance and that they are fighting for freedom. And I'm just like, yeah, yep, okay. Magnolia, probably one of the greatest movies ever made. I love this story. I love a movie where you've got all different stories and they converge. And then there was like the whole thing with the frogs and whatnot. Phenomenal movie. Highly recommend it. It's called Magnolia. And I actually saw it in the movie theaters, many like in the 90s, obviously, so a long time ago. But it just like the look at the cast, like Tom Cruise plays such an unlikable character that to me, I think this is who Tom Cruise actually is because I can't stand him. So yeah, there was and Philip Seymour Hoffman, like actually a number of these people are dead now. So yeah, definitely a fantastic movie, probably worth watching a couple of times. Goodfellas. I saw this movie so many times. Oh my gosh. So many times. And Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter. I have a crazy story about this. So the guy I was dating when I was like 21 took me to see this movie and he had a pickup truck. And so we were driving home up the country road to it was like we were in the dark. You know, when you're out in the countryside and you're like literally in the dark. And so this movie has kind of shaken me a bit. You know, when you leave a movie theater and you're like, "Oh my gosh, no one talk to me, no one look at me. I'm so scared." And all of a sudden there was this noise in the back of the truck, like this banging in like the open back part of the truck of his pickup. And I'm like completely freaking out. And so he goes along with it and he's like, "Don't turn around, there's someone there," blah, 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 right? Typical urban legend, scary fireside story. And it was like an empty antifreeze bottle banging around there. And so whenever I see this, I think of that. And I was like screaming and so scared. It was kind of pathetic actually. So yeah, those are my 90s big memories, like connections to things and people, things that made me like made a connection, kind of made me think about things, or it was a moment in time that the movies, like the way we have songs that we're connected to simply because of a movie and a moment in time. So yeah, I can remember where I was for every single one of these movies when the first time I saw them. Sappers were what trenches were known as. Engineers designed and built them to became a nickname and also used. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it just turned 40. Oh, 40 is so young. I remember when I turned 40. I was a baby. Yeah, Maria's channel is lovely. She makes really cool music. Really cool music. A Pretty Woman. Absolutely. Home Alone. Yeah, that was such a great movie. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Nearly 59, so 20 minutes. Used to like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm only 14. I don't know how I have a 17-year-old son, but there we go. Yeah, Sixth Sense was a very, very clever movie. Like it had me in its grip right to the very moment you find out what's going on. And it shocked me. My husband's like, "How did you not see it coming?" I'm like, I was just so into the story that I wasn't trying to solve it. I was just into it. Just trying to be into it. Never saw Magnolia. Never even, oh, interesting. Annette Bening, I think is her name. Kevin Spacey. The guy, if you've seen Yellowstone, the outcast brother, he was in it. Yeah, there was it's a really oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of American Beauty. Magnolia is Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julianne Moore, a bunch of famous faces you recognize now. Sorry, I got all confused. Magnolia and American Beauty, I sometimes get confused because they're flowers. So yeah, but such a good movie, and it's all these different storylines. Tom Cruise plays like a coach for men who, want to get laid. It's basically all he does is teach men how to get laid. And Julianne Moore is like the wife of this elderly rich man who's dying. Philip Seymour Hoffman is the home care aide guy. There's a police officer. There's so many, and all their stories converge. And it was really, really wild how they did it. It was such a phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie. A lady doesn't reveal her age. I guess I'm not a lady. Yeah, detested. Well, yeah. Okay. Yes. Listen, was it well done? No. No. Was it important? Yes. Yes. I think there's even somebody wearing a watch, like a digital watch that didn't get edited out. And yeah, his accent was terrible. And, yeah, the anachronisms were, yeah. But you just got to suspend belief for a minute because it's such an important story, an incredibly important story. What is a super chat goal? It's when people send, it's like a tip jar, basically. Like a tip jar. I remember my parents wouldn't let me see some. Oh, did it traumatize you? Because it traumatized me. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're all learning about each other. There we are. Manhunt was better. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen Manhunt. Tish was a young mother. Well, there's no right or wrong way to become a mom. That's for sure. I was old, some are young. And it's just sort of like there's advantages and disadvantages no matter what you do, no matter what age you're at, no matter what you're doing, where you are in your life, what you're doing. It's always going to be hard. So there we go. There we go. I think it's the way he talks. Seems like an older dude. Oh, interesting. Tish. I don't know. I think we have a love match. Oh, Maria, thank you so much, my love. Thank you. That's so very, very kind. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. We got a whole romance going on here. Yellowstone was really, really good, except for those last few episodes. It was like, could you have they should have done nothing than what they did. That was really not cool. The little girl who was the victim of it. Oh, God. My mother has that. And yeah, so I think that's probably why the movie kind of connected with me a lot, is because I saw a lot of familiar things in it. And the Usual Suspects. Yeah, let's add that to the list too. Let's add that to the list. Woke movie. Okay, Red Pill Art is very political all the time. Politics, Canadian politics, no wokiness there. But this is why I find movies, I don't find it easy to watch movies now, because they're just they are so woke, and they're literally telling us it's predictive programming. Really is yeah, classic movies are the best. Absolutely. Movies today, no. Never watch Sleepers. Oh, is that where he's like, is he like a hypnotist, or is like his clients can't sleep or something? I don't think I've ever seen that movie. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I think we need to show off your thing that we were talking about. Not today, though. Someday. Someday. You know the thing that we're talking about. The thing. Yeah. And everybody's like, what's the thing? Well, there's yeah. Yeah, even movies from like even the early 2000s seem to be better. for sure. And so that's what we'll do next. Should we just dive in? You know what? I'm going to play some music. Y'all talk amongst yourselves while I load up the next batch. Okay? We'll do that. We'll pop our little friend up here. Music. Here's down. I should have taken them down while I was doing them, but I didn't. So here we are. Priest finds out a bit. Oh, yeah, that does sound like a horrific movie. Hang on, I'm just gonna pop that up there. I've never seen that movie, but it does sound like, yeah. Again, probably a horrific but very important movie, as so many are. Like Braveheart. It was not well done, but very important. So okay. So now we'll pop some 2000s movies in, because there's a few of those. But you know, none of them are recent, which is kind of interesting now that I think about it. Okay. Image file. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. Yeah, it does. That movie does sound kind of sickening, but yeah, like sometimes these stories need to be told, and they have to be told in a mildly consumable way, or else people won't watch it. Yeah, Jungle Book. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Was it last week or the week before? Rudyard Kipling, and what a great writer he was. What a great mind he was. There we go. Who is Hitchcock? Alfred Hitchcock. His movies are like The Birds, Rear Window. Those are the two that pop into my mind. There's more. Someone's going to drop a few titles, I'm sure, of what Hitchcock movies. Oh, Psycho. That's right. And he was a director. And a lot of directors now sort of studied at the feet of Hitchcock. And you can always tell. There's angles, like there's very specific Hitchcock angles you would see in a movie. And you can always tell who studied Hitchcock. So, and if I ever see a movie that anything I'm watching now that's like, oh, there's a Hitchcock moment, I'll definitely clock it and share it. All right. Okay. There we go. I'm going to add one in. Okay. Let me just... Sorry, everyone. Just getting all of these. Look, one more, and then we will be good to go. Okay. There. All right. They're all in there now. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Let me see here. Yeah. Who is Hitchcock? There we go. Alfred Hitchcock. No, not Westerns, horror movies, like the psychological thriller. Yeah, push the boundaries of horror and scary movies at the time. Not now, but at the time. Rear Window is my very, very, very favorite Hitchcock movie. Yeah, those two together, pure magic. Absolutely. Yeah, horror, not Westerns. Baby grandma. Oh my gosh, you came to visit. Yes, get comfy, hang out. This is my cottagecore vibe. And this is where we hang out and we relax and we have no drama. This is where everybody comes to decompress after all the chaos. And we had a lot of it lately. So yeah, welcome, get comfy. Everybody say hi to baby grandma. She's lovely. Oh, yes, you have seen it. Yeah, you maybe just didn't clock that it was like a Hitchcock film. Okay, so baby grandma, we're talking about movies, and I'm going to show some of this is the third set, the final set for today. And these are the sort of movies from the 2000s that have made an impact or that I have loved or I watch over and over, made me feel good, that sort of thing. So right out of the gate, Legally Blonde. What? Like it's hard? Yeah, great movie. Again, another I'm not a feminist at all, but this is a fantastic feminist manifesto. She managed to achieve everything she did without hurting anybody, without making enemies, and healed relationships along the way. So, and even the girl who was her arch enemy, they ended up being best friends. So, there we are. There we are. Amelie, that was, one of the first movies I saw with my husband too. Just a really, really sweet, lovely, wonderful French film. Just absolutely wonderful. Always sticking with the Christmas theme. Love Actually. The ultimate Gen Xer Christmas movie. You could not make this movie now. Not in the least. But what's really funny is 2 years ago, so Christmas 2023, had a big anniversary thing, and it played at a theater, a local theater. So we all went to see it. So my son had never seen it. I covered his eyes a couple times. But yeah, it was great. Just a nice family night out to see one of our favorite movies. Absolutely. And of course, Elf. The early 2000s was a phenomenal time for Christmas movies. So this one is just an ultimate classic. And to go along with Home Alone and all of those amazing Christmas movies, this one just, I don't know, it's just such a special movie. And even people that cannot stand this guy tell me they really like this movie because it's just so special. Almost Famous. I believe it is loosely based on real events that the guy, the boy in the picture, he was a teenager and he ended up on the road with a rock band. And I believe it was meant to be Led Zeppelin. And Kate Hudson is one of the girls who hangs out with the band. They call themselves Band-Aids. So they're there to provide comfort for the band. And it's such a great story. And anytime I hear Tiny Dancer, I think of this movie because there's just a beautiful scene with that song in it, and just had such a good time with that movie. Little Miss Sunshine, an incredible story of family, resilience, dysfunction, and everybody. This the whatever his name is, Steve Carell, has whatever his name is. I mean, in the movie, he's just been released from the psych unit, and they're taking the little girl to a pageant, Little Miss Sunshine pageant. It is the wildest story and just such an incredible story of family and love and resilience through thick and thin. They really stuck together, and I think that's just such a special thing. Cloud Atlas, one of my favorite movies of all time. If you've never seen it and you think you might watch it, definitely get the chart from the internet because it's all these different stories in different time periods, but each actor plays everybody. So it's about reincarnation basically. So um there's sort of one soul. You track one soul through a whole different bunch of characters, but different actors are playing all of these different. It's so confusing. I think I probably watched it 3 times before I kind of had a handle on how everybody lines up and everything, but the story is just amazing. And like I said, it plays out over hundreds of years and even into the future, which is kind of cool. And such a neat story. And I think really what I liked the most about it is that each lifetime, the person, like say there's a guy who's on a ship, he writes a diary. And then in the next lifetime, somebody finds the diary and starts reading it, and it's part of their story. And then there was another one where I think it was a lawyer, and he had, like, pearl buttons on his vest, and then somebody else later on ends up with those pearl buttons. There's all these little breadcrumbs literally that are being left throughout the story, which was just really cool. Like, I thought it was just an amazing way to tell a story. And it is a book as well that you could read the book. And I haven't read it, but so I'm sure someday I will and be insanely confused. But definitely, if you watch it, get the chart, because I actually downloaded a chart that kind of laid it all out of, like, how everybody connected and everything. Because you've got a soul that might be a man, like, the pirate in one story, but then 100 years later he's like a female scientist or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's all played by a whole different actor. It's a wild story. Vanilla Sky. I love a movie that I can't figure out. I've seen this so many times, and I just it's amazing that I can't keep track of this story. I don't know if it's because I have brain damage, or if it's because it's such a complicated story. But a Tom Cruise, it was probably the only Tom Cruise movie that I really, really like, for sure. And of course, Gladiator would not be the 2000s without Gladiator. Are you not entertained? What a great movie. And of course, Tarantino. My 3 favorite Tarantino movies: Kill Bill. Kill Bill 2 is probably, I prefer more than Kill Bill 1, but you need to see both of them to get the whole story. But did anybody notice that in Pulp Fiction, Uma Thurman tells the story of Kill Bill while sitting in the restaurant with John Travolta, which I thought was kind of cool. So yeah, that's the movies. That's the aughts. So we're all caught up on that. And now I'm going to check the chat to see if wasn't Marnie also Main Man was playing. I don't know. I don't know. You must have. Oh, well, have a good evening, Lou. Thanks for hopping by. Hopefully, we'll see you next week too. Um, I definitely think we got something going on here. Definitely think we have something going on. Oh yeah, right. Ugh. Like, I can't believe that all these years later, people still care about these people. Yeah. We don't do that here. We talk about fun stuff. We listen to music, we share, we chat. We do crafts. I was showing everybody my poppies for Remembrance Day that I've been knitting. So we were looking at those. Yeah, this is just a chill zone here. Chill zone, the cozy sweet shop. Oh, somebody, I can't remember who it was, said to me, it's like just going to the pub and hanging out with your friends at the pub. 7 pounds. Yep, that was a really, really good one too. Breakfast Club. I almost put it on my list. Definitely. I bet that would be like for the music. But didn't it come out? Wasn't it the date that they were Saturday, March 24th? Was that the date? See? Bridget Jones's Diary. I did, again, a fantastic Christmas movie. Fantastic. That and Die Hard. And Lethal Weapon, another Christmas movie. Breakfast Club. Yeah, that's a real Gen Xer movie for sure. For sure. Oh, yeah, I think there's some movies you just have to watch right at the right time in your life for it to really land. Yeah. Reservoir. Every time I hear that song, if I see a comb, I think of that movie. Whenever I hear that song, Stuck in the Middle. Yeah. Anything by Tarantino, I mean, really is a phenomenal movie. But my top 3 are Pulp Fiction and the Kill Bills. Absolutely. Absolutely. I even have, those Funko Pop thingies, the little like plastic things. I have The Bride. The Uma Thurman character as well. That sounds like an interesting film. Are you talking about Cloud Atlas? That if that's the watch it. Get it, watch it, be prepared to watch it like 5 times to really kind of get it. It's one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely. Matrix, was the Matrix in the 90s? See, again, a movie I wasn't really into. Like I'm into the whole concept, but I just So I'm just not a big fan of that style of movie. War crimes, the spooky, yeah, I'm not a like a horror thing, but I like to be a little bit scared. Um, Comedies I don't usually find funny 'cause because I'm not into, like, lowbrow humor. I like more sublime humor. Yeah, well, yeah, Cloud Atlas is a movie that requires some brain work. Absolutely. I don't mind that. I like a movie that makes me think. Absolutely. Oh, Twin Flames. Twin Flames. We should talk about that one day. Because everybody's like, I want to meet my twin flame. I'm like, no, you don't. No, 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 no. You don't want to meet. But well, you know what? I'm gonna add that to my list too and see if we can maybe do some little something. Where did my pen go? I've lost my pen. Oh, there it is. Twin Flames. And because there was that cult too, and they totally banked in on the idea and the knowledge that people want to meet their twin flame. And yeah, that's not good. Not good. Gladiator, phenomenal movie. Absolutely. And the soundtrack to that movie too. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah. Tisha's saying the soundtrack. Absolutely phenomenal. I know. That was him at his best. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen him look better than that movie. So yes. Yes. What's with Tarantino? I think it's like one of those things, either you love his work or you don't. Kind of like Hitchcock. Like you either love Hitchcock or you don't. And I don't know. I think it's just his way of storytelling. What's hilarious is when you see him interviewed, he's just like a big goofy nerd. It's really kind of funny. Yeah. Crochet, but not good at, I don't know many people who can do both. I can't crochet. I've tried. People have tried to teach me. But I can knit like all kinds of incredible things, but to crochet, I can't wrap my head around it, and I can't wrap my hands around it because I'm like it's all floating off into the ether. I'm like holding on to nothing. Like it's weird. I need two hands on the needles. Absolutely. Oh, that was you. I thought it was you, but I didn't want to attribute anything to anyone I wasn't 100% sure of. So yeah, it was you. It was Get Nodded who said it feels like being at a pub with friends. So yeah, thank you. It's such a kind thing to say. All-time movie of The Sound of Music. That's a Christmas movie too. I'm told that used to play every Christmas Eve. Absolutely. I think, like, the true rock stars of that entire movie are the nuns at the very end when they take the, catalytic converter. So, yeah, they are the true rock stars of the story. And do you know, the family left Austria and ended up in Vermont, and they have an inn in Vermont, and I've been there. And it looks like something you would have seen in that part of the world. And it's wildly popular, and it overlooks this like gorgeous valley, and it's a beautiful place. You have to go way up into the hills to get to it. Absolutely. The hills are alive with the sound of music. There we go. Well, there you are. There you are. Sappers making threats. The Matrix was in 2000. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've kind of seen it, but it just doesn't hold me. Like probably if it was a book, I would be more into it. Saving Private Ryan, that was a great one too. If I watch a movie, I want to laugh. Okay, Moxie, what's the funniest movie you could recommend? Like if somebody really needed to just laugh, what movie do you recommend? There we go. Oh yeah, he is. Oh, so bad. So bad. So didn't he leave America? Isn't he in hiding somewhere? Allegedly, my opinion, for information purposes only. This is all just entertainment, but I feel like I read that he left America and is in hiding somewhere. Yeah. Some of these war movies have like amazing scenes like Apocalypse Now, like that opening scene like where it's his eyes and then like the helicopters coming in. That was a good one. So is a twin no, a twin flame and your soulmate are not the same thing. Absolutely not. And a lot of people confuse the two, which is why they're like, "I want my twin flame." Your twin flame is sent to destroy you. And your soulmate is meant to be the healing relationship that you have in your life. But you know what I'll do? I'll follow my channel, subscribe, and I'm going to do a fireside chat about twin flames versus soulmates. And I'll do a fireside chat and I'll even write a song too. Soulmates. There we go. Okay. I've never seen I remember Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels came out, like, in the '70s, didn't it? But I've never seen Snatch. Sorry. Seemed like a very boyish movies. Yeah, it's a concept. It's a spiritual concept, but it's also a cult. There was a Netflix show about it, I think. That these two people, ooh, it was bad. It was so bad. It was like Teal Swan level cult. It was awful. Awful, awful, awful. Ghost and Sister Act 2. Yeah, Ghost. I remember seeing Ghost in the movie theaters. Yeah. But I don't really like Whoopi Goldberg. Don't like her at all. Home Alone. Well, yeah, Home Alone's such a great movie. And it's good, like slapstick physical comedy. It's a lot of fun. Old Bill Murray movies. Nice. Nice. I would enjoy of twin flame. Yeah. Okay. Well, Maria, I made a note to do a fireside chat, like how I did my karma one and my grief grifting and the grooming, all those sort of fireside chat ones. I'll make a video about that, the twin flames as well. For sure. Yeah. It'll be interesting. And I'll do it as a premiere so we can chat in the sidebar while it's playing. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go deeper in a video. I'll plan it all out and really do a deep, big explanation of the two and why we sometimes have to meet our twin flame and sometimes we get our soulmate. So, but they're no, not the same person. Yeah, yeah. Sit by the fire watching my fireside chat. Yeah, yeah. Oh, amazing, right? Amazing. Like that was like when we talk about incredible directors like that, you know, it's cemented in my mind. Like I will never forget that scene from Apocalypse Now and the music and everything. Like the probably the most epic opening scene of a movie ever made. Yeah. Yeah, Whoopi. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, then it must have been a remake. The Lock, Stock must have been a remake because I remembered the book when I was a child. Yeah. Okay, Sapper, thank you for hanging out. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. And we'll bug you about getting your channel back. We'll bug you to do a Christmas show for us. Eee, that'll be so much fun. So much fun. Okay, good night, Sapper. Thank you, everybody. That's been 2 hours now. So I'm going to go have dinner with my family and hang out. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you for everybody who hung out in the comments and listened to me babble about all my favorite movies. You can blame Lord Jim Dandy for that because last week he was asking me about my favorite movies. So I thought, well, let's talk about that. And thank you to Maria Poseidon Siren for her super chat. Thank you so much. And have a great night. I'm sure we'll see you somewhere in a live chat later on today. And don't forget, we'll be back here next week at the same time, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's Toronto time. I believe I will still be, oh no, I think I'll be back to being 5 hours behind the UK again. So yeah, that I think my time changes this weekend coming up. So and last weekend was the UK. So I believe we'll be back to 5 hours time difference again. The Deer Hunter, ugh, yeah, that movie was a lot. That movie was a lot. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an amazing evening and stay magical. Bye.